Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 6, Episode 2. And, well, let's see if we're gonna be starting the real game today, getting out of the tutorial zone. For now, obviously, well, I think the game said that the entire first fortress that we're starting in is basically the tutorial zone. We'll see. The food lockers... Oh, wait, much to your surprise, the door is slightly ajar. Looking inside, you find that the locker is empty. This is quite a surprise. The depot supplies seem to be far scarcer than anyone has let on. Ooh, okay. Close that. Close that. We don't need to, but I want to. This is the upper barracks of the food depot, where the more experienced soldiers take turns sleeping in shifts. You immediately envy the warmth, cooking facilities, and lack of gigantic yawning chasms. Or a chasm. The moment you step inside, you feel your fellow Evernites' contempt wash over you. Sergeant Nickel thinks you deserve more respect. News of that hasn't gotten around. Why do they hate us? Just because we're the new guys? I guess that's enough. Hello, Sergeant Canaan. Avernum has come far since the early days. Once the Nephilim waged senseless, but ceaseless war against the human intruders. Now that they have mostly been integrated into Evernite society, their arrogance expresses itself in other ways. For example, this Nephil, Sergeant Canaan, has spent months working out his frustrations by ordering you around and belittling your every effort. He says, "It is a kit up from your icy little hole. Why you bother Canaan? Why you need my time?" Oh, just figured I'd waste your time for no particular reason, I guess. What are you doing? Waiting for orders. Or to go deal with rebel. Not to talk to you. Move on, kid. There's something I'd like to know. Sergeant Canaan's tail twitches with amusement. It's not my job to teach. That happens with Nickel, down in your cold hole. Leave us before I give you a kick. As the other soldiers snicker, Canaan waves you away. Okay. Wasn't there another option there? Oh, no. Never mind. I guess we really are just here to annoy you then. And to look if we can't pilfer anything from our fellow soldiers here. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Except, apparently they will mind if we take those things that we might actually be interested in. Difficulty 12. Okay, there we go. I have not actually looked up the lockpicking upper limit yet, but I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter until we're getting to a point where I could potentially max it out. Keyboard shortcuts. Thanks, game. I kind of know how to play. Yep, I mean, I could do that, or I could just click on them. Use an object. Type U and then the type of letter. Type the letter on the object. I mean, okay, fair enough. U, B. Oh, and you actually walk there. That's kind of convenient. This can be sold for 40 bucks, so I'll take that. Seems kind of wrong to take food lying around, because, you know, that's kind of a big thing here, but a big deal. But if it's just lying around like that... You step through the side entrance into the audience hall. It is, as always, full of desperate Evernites shouting in despair. When food rationing began and these depots were built, King Starus declared that each depot would have an audience hall where the poor and hungry could make a case for an increase in their rations. Okay, so there are multiple depots. Fair enough, this is just a castle depot. So possibly the largest or most well guarded. Also interesting to know that King Starus, at least judging by the name and the lack of a number after it, is still the same king that I believe used to rule when, well, during the last game at least, possibly the last couple of games. So this wouldn't be that long afterwards, or maybe it's a different King Starus. I guess that's possible. Anyway, while these petitions might have once worked occasionally, the answer these days is always no. But people still try. The best they can hope for is permission to use the portal to the surface sooner rather than later. Lieutenant Catelyn is sitting in her chair, listening to and dismissing petitions with great efficiency. The supplicants are unusually angry today, but guards hold them back. When she sees you enter, she waves for you to approach. Alright. Pen and Belina are currently petitioning. Well, let's talk to our lieutenant here first. Lieutenant Catlin is young for her rank, barely 25. Since the trouble started, the army has received a flood of recruits, like, for example, you. Fortunately, Catlin is extremely intelligent and has risen through the ranks quickly, though denying food to so many people is taking a harsh toll on her. Her porcelain face has lines on it that weren't there a month ago. She efficiently dismisses a couple who was petitioning for another bag of mushroom meal. The one I just took, probably. They move toward the east wall, and Catlin turns to you. Ah, Nickel sent you up to see if I need help? Yes. Anything I can do up here? Apparently so. Lieutenant Catlin starts to answer. As she begins to speak, a disheveled man shouts, "Talk to us first! It's my turn! My turn!" He runs forward. The other waiting people, seeing someone leap forward, surge after him. There is a brief melee. You help the guards calm the petitioners. Some noses are bloodied, but nobody is hurt. Hurt seriously, anyway. I was gonna say, I mean, bloodied nose counts as counts as a hurt, an injury in my eyes. Okay, anyway. You return to Catlin, who is wincing. Perhaps you should go help Sergeant Nickel downstairs. We are fine up here. We just need to get this lot cleared out. She waves you off. Okay. So what was this all about? Just to see, get a taste of how things are around here. Who are you? Depot Scribe. Okay, not named. Oh no, and the named people from earlier are just gone now. I was kind of hoping to get to talk to them. Who are you? Just another petitioner. All right. Nope. They're just gone. I guess there wouldn't have been any meaningful dialogue with them then. Probably wouldn't have been my place to start talking to them while they were currently, you know, talking to Catlin anyway. Lieutenant Catlin has a secretary who records the details and results of every request, even though the answer is always no. He then puts his records on the shelves behind them. It's a tedious job, but it's far better than fighting off the savage sliths in the Eastern Gallery. Well, depending on who you ask, but yeah. I guess if you ask someone sane and valuing their life, then yeah, that would probably be what they'd say. Well, actually, we were supposed to tell you about the rats, so I'd like to ask something. She shoots a nervous glance at the crowd of hungry people inside and outside the audience hall gates. This might not be a good time for idle conversation. Since you don't outrank her, you don't argue. Are you sure I can't do anything for you? What? Are you trying to cause a riot? Back downstairs with you, let me do my job. I mean, we were literally supposed to tell you about the rats. Sorry for trying to do what the game told me to do. What my direct superior told me to do. Oh, they went to the east and left. Okay, so we are talking to them. Belina. You find an Evernight couple waiting for you in the hallway outside the audience hall. They aren't supposed to be back here. It's soldiers only. They must have snuck back here during the brief melee. You recognize them. They are Penn and Belina. I mean, how we learned their names, I don't know, but okay. They were being denied extra food when you first talked to Lieutenant Catlin. The woman walks up to you, nervously twisting the front of her tunic with her hands. Greetings. Greetings to you. I am Belina. This is my husband, Penn. I wanted to ask for your help. You seem brave and kind. Can you help? Brave and kind? You must be very desperate. Didn't the lieutenant already deal with you? I mean... Yes. People shouting outside. Sorry about that. You have to get out of here. Go. I mean, we should kind of discreetly try to push them outside before they get in real trouble. I can speak with the lieutenant for you. Maybe she can help. No, that's not going to happen. Come on. This has been going on for months. We know better. Didn't the lieutenant already deal with you? Belina nods. She did. She told us to wait and use the portal out. But we don't know how long it will be before our number comes up in the lottery, and we're losing strength. You look them over. The standard rations have left them thin and pale, even by Avernum standards. But they're in no danger of death, just a fair amount of discomfort. I mean, that's rough, but what can I do? I would offer to give them the meal that I just happened to pick up, but I guess the game doesn't really acknowledge that, so... Yeah. As much as I would like to, you know, offer them any kind of help, I just can't do anything for them. You have to get out of here. It's hard, but it's necessary. Everyone wants more food these days. They don't put up any resistance. They don't cry or complain. They just shuffle out. There, another job done. Time to return to Sergeant Nickel. All right. Oh, or not. Runkle, hello. Where are you actually coming from? From that direction? As you round the corner, you find another man who slipped into the back hall. He's nowhere near as docile as Belina and Penn. You recognize him as the shouting man who started the near riot. How did 3 people, at least, manage to sneak through the door? Oh, some guards we have there, apparently. You get a closer look at him. He's thin, twitching, and there are faint green stains around his mouth. Oh, one of those people, huh? He looks wild, almost deranged, and there is a sword in his belt. If he had it in the audience hall, it wasn't visible. He walks close to you without a scrap of fear. You can smell sweat and a faint medicinal odor. He points at the door to the east. You, I need meal, 2 bags of it. I'll pay you 50 coins. Open the bin for me now. Nope. Just wait here, I'll be back to help you in a moment. We can deal with this guy, come on. What are those stains? We know, obviously, well, I mean, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's obviously some sort of drug that drives people mad. And that was an issue here and there in the past. Why you want it? To eat it, presumably? Or maybe he actually wants to sell it to be able to buy more herbs, whatever. Green stuff. You shouldn't be here, get out of here. Well, I mean, we should literally arrest him and, you know, walk him out. Have to have it. Need the money. Need to buy. Yes, you have a key, don't you? Can get the key. Grab the meal. Run. Nobody will. His eyes grow wilder as he speaks. And then he snaps. He whips his sword out. Sorry, nothing personal. Kid, need the money now. He lunges at you. Well, unfortunately he failed to realize that there are 4 of us and only 1 of him. Yep, Runkle. Unfortunately, just knocking him unconscious is not going to be an option, so we'll just do what we are arguably best at. And beat him up. I mean, ideally, yeah, something would have happened right about now. You know, another dialogue popped up where we would have been given an option to spare him, but I suppose he was just beyond reasoning. So, there's that. It'll happen. What did he drop, actually? Oh, hey, some leather bracers. Nice. Don't mind if I do. -5 to hit chance, though, for only 4 armor. Not really worth it, but, you know. Okay, now should we go ahead and report that? Maybe to the lieutenant? Okay. You'd think that she would want to know that people slipped past her guards and, you know, we had to kill a man. Surely Nickel is going to be more susceptible. You return to Sergeant Nickel, who is pacing nervously in the basement. After spending a year trying to build himself a refuge from the chaos outside, the recent intrusion into the cellar has left him unnerved. As in the intrusion by that diseased rat? Or was Runkle actually down here? Presumably not. Ah, you're back, he says. I'm glad. I don't think those rats you fought were the end of the problem. They were the beginnings. There is something in deep storage. I heard it. Okay. Lieutenant Catlin didn't need assistance. Right. That too, but I think the more immediate thing is that I encountered someone named Runkle upstairs. You describe your meeting with Runkle. Nickel nods. Green stains, eh? Sounds like a scribane addict. Yeah, that's the stuff, of course. Hungry and dangerous. We're well rid of him. Okay, that's all you gotta say about that? I mean, I guess that happens all the time. Scribane? A gift from the Empire. Huh, funny. Gift also, you know. Meaning poison in certain other languages. Well, a certain other language. In case you weren't aware. I don't know. It's obviously not supposed to be a joke or anything, but it's just a funny coincidence. Anyway, a gift from the Empire. Once, it could only be grown on the surface. Makes you strong and fearless and immune to pain for a time. At first. Then it stops helping, but you find that you can't live without it. Some advice for you, kid. Stay away from this stuff. Right. I think I've heard of drugs before, but thanks. Thanks, Dad. I encountered someone in... Wait, yeah, that's... Okay. Medical attention, no, we're fine. Well, Lieutenant Catlin didn't need any assistance. She was also being really rude and didn't want to hear about the rats, apparently. Not surprising, but we needed to check. We have worse problems now, and they are our responsibility. There's something in deep storage? Yes, I'm certain of it. I went and looked at the bodies of the rats you killed. On the way back, I looked through the bars to the deep storage. I saw shadows and I clearly heard something. Why didn't you investigate? So young and foolhardy. Learn from my caution. I'm not mad enough to explore by myself. I waited for you to return. Never ever go out alone. Well, I mean, there is 4 of us. What is deep storage? We ask as if we hadn't been here for a year. It is the cold, low caverns where the bulk of our emergency supplies are kept. Highly secure and under lock and key. Highly secure, except for the fact that they're just these open chasms where apparently rats climb out of all the time to go after our secure supplies. I think we need to overthink this whole, I don't know, our strategy here. Anyway, mark my words, when we're getting the supplies out of deep storage, things have truly gotten bad. Well, if there are any supplies left by the time. Okay, so what are my orders now? If vermin have infested deep storage, they must be driven out. The supplies down there might one day be the last bulwark between the Great Cave and starvation. Prepare yourself, but do it quickly. We must make haste. What is our plan? I will unlock the gate. We will rush in before the vermin has time to flee. You will go southwest and slay anything interfering with the supply bins. I will go north and secure the algae chamber. Didn't you literally just say never go alone? He anticipates your question. The algae chamber has pools of mold in it, kept fresh for the wizards of Patrick's Tower. I don't know what it's for. Smells like old socks. What do you think is back there? Probably just more rats. That would be bad enough, but I have other suspicions. Just keep a blade handy and be ready for anything. Shouldn't we get help from upstairs? Nichols sighs. He would clearly like nothing more. They have enough to worry about. I mean, honestly, that Neville sergeant and his men seemed like they were just idling, so... No. And if we ask their help just to deal with some rats... No. We'll get their help when we need it, not sooner. Well, fair enough. Are you sure? I don't want to rush ahead alone and end up with my pants down. Well then, keep them up. Yeah, let's go. The old soldier stands, shakes his limbs, does a little stretching, and readies his blade. Alright, I'll lead, you follow. When we're in deep storage, I'll go north and you go southwest. Let's go spit some rats. Southwest. Gotcha. Always so slow. Yeah, except that we're actually ahead of you, dude. You enter the deep storage caves. You've never been down here and you don't think you have been missing much. It's very cold. The walls sparkle with countless tiny ice crystals and every step makes a faint crunch sound. A lot of food is kept down here in sacks and huge casks. The barrels to the south are labeled salted meat, surface, with a date 2 years previous. There is an open gate to the southwest. That must be where you are meant to explore. You can hear faint squeaking and a few sets of rat tracks are visible in the ice. Sergeant Nickel wasn't imagining things. Right. If anything, I'm surprised there's only rat tracks. Because obviously it's not just rats down here. Oh well. You hear the rattling of chains behind you, followed by the sound of descending portcullis. You try to run back, but it's too late. Someone managed to shut the gate behind you. You hear high-pitched laughter in the shadows. Okay, that's not what I expected. Didn't expect any sentient invaders here, but I mean, it's probably just goblins. Hasn't it always been goblins in the early game? In all of these games? You aren't doomed. You saw the gate controls through a window as you were coming in. All you need to do is reach them. Yeah, easy. This large dim chamber is full of rows of barrels. There are several rats at the far end, gnawing at a pile of frozen sacks of meal. But that's not what really draws your attention. In the center of the room, a goblin is smashing in the end of a precious barrel of wheat flour with a hammer. Goblins aren't rats, but they have a lot of similarities. They breed quickly, they burrow, they love to steal food, and they get everywhere. The goblin hasn't noticed you yet, but he will soon. If goblins are down here looting the supplies, they need to be eliminated, or soon these caves will be picked clean. Exactly. Well, there he is. 27 health. Poor little guy. I can advance a little bit here. Should I cast a spell? Well, I mean, buffing spells. I guess we're gonna be fine without them for now. Oh, yeah. Enemies certainly hurt a little bit here. We should play it safe, I think. Ah, so close. Ooh, okay. They really hate Xuz, which is fine by me. How much health do they have? Oh, 24. Alright. Yeah, you can conserve some mana here. Let's see, how much will we recover after this fight? Oh, not much. I was 2 health and 1 energy. I was totally expecting more. We have, I think, combined 6 or so, first 8. I thought that was going to do a bit more. Yeah, I guess in that case, I'm gonna spend another healing spell on you. Okay, there's some more meal that I could steal. I mean, that feels wrong, but the game does allow me to do it. And if it weren't for us, a lot more would have been eaten. So, you know, I feel like it's kind of justified. It really isn't, but, you know. I'm not going to complain about having maybe a little bit more money early on when it still matters, you know, for who knows what I might want to find myself wanting to buy. Whatever. The door in the east wall has a crude padlock on it. Perhaps something valuable is on the other side. Yeah. Thankfully we were able to pick it. We never even learned how much skill we needed for that. Get some sandals. I suppose it's a bit unfair that I'm giving all the armor items to one character for now. Speed potion. Well, you can have the speed potion. That I'm never gonna use. Let's give you that. Bronze short sword can be sold. Wooden shield can't be sold. I suppose if nothing else, until you get a spear, you might as well have a shield. Rather than not use that hat at all. Oh, okay, there are some more goblins. And some more huge rats. Why don't you guys just wait here? Okay. Nice. Ooh. What? Wait. High speed gives a second swing. Oh, interesting. All just huge rats. Let's play it safe and finish off the one that's almost dead. Okay, 2 misses. I like it. Just some garbage. How to fight. Now you're telling me how to fight. Goblins discard some javelins on the floor ahead. Oh, okay. It's always satisfying to fling a few projectiles ahead before engaging in melee. When you attack an enemy, you will see your default weapon. Yes, this can be a melee weapon, like a sword or spear. If only I had a spear. Or a missile weapon, like a javelin or bow. Yes, thanks. Did they actually? Okay, there's 6 javelins. I mean, javelins are kind of like spears. That I'm... Wow. So noisy. Dear God. Oh well. What was I gonna say? I have no idea. No, I literally forgot. Oh well. There are several more goblins here. They're furious that anyone would try to deny them all of this glorious food. You can see how they got in here. There's a tiny tunnel to the south, only recently excavated by the dirty little creatures. A lone goblin stands in the tunnel staring at you. He's taller than the others and covered with jewelry. Gaudy necklaces, costume rings, pretty much every glittery object the creature could find. He points a long rapier at you and says, "Lord Trinket claims this food for all goblin kind. Really, I do. Servants, destroy them. And bring the food to me." These foes look more challenging than the enemies you have met so far. Don't forget that you have healing potions in your pack. Do I? Yes, I do. To use one, open your inventory and press the sun button by the potion, because reasons. That's just how it works. Don't ask too many questions. Okay, we will Oh, we're already in combat. Whoops. Well, in that case... What now? Didn't I just... Default is no missile weapon. And then I clicked on the enemy and... did not use the missile weapon. What is up with that? Okay. Well, that's not what I meant to do, but, sure, I guess we'll just charge ahead then. That's fine too. Oh, okay. Lob Trinket runs away. Bravely, no doubt. I mean, I could actually try to daze. Oh. Forgot that this is not the targetable daze spell of later games. Ooh, 20 damage. Not bad. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep your health up here. Ooh, wait, what? That was 27 damage? Goblin Raider. 213 health? Excuse me? Oh. Okay, the others are weak. Interesting. Well, in that case, let's take care of the little ones first. Oh, close. Okay. Please walk forward one step and then fireball. Thank you. 9 damage. It's fine. We're gonna be able to heal before this guy gets another attack, right? Surely. Only one hit here. Actually, running low on mana here. Okay, take out that guy. He actually dealt, I think, 9 damage. Oh, nice, level ups upcoming at the perfect time. Using blessings, yes, thank you. You should. This kind of pop-up. I don't know if I've ever seen this kind of message. Is this new to this game, to this version of the engine? The mage spell hasten the priest spell war blessing and protection. Yeah. If only they didn't cost like half of my mana to use, I would gladly use them more. We have a healing potion that you can use. Ooh, that was a really good hit. I like that. I'm gonna hold off on healing because I can only heal one more time. Can we level you up in the middle of combat? I don't see why we wouldn't. Okay, so 6 skill points. Although I think you might have still had 1, so it's 5 per level, I think. Okay, so if you want to keep increasing mage spells, and obviously we do want to do that eventually, that is going to cost us dearly. Some more arcane lore for now? What's that do? Have resist mental effects. So really, that doesn't immediately help your spellcasting ability, does it? But we do want more arcane lore eventually, so I could increase arcane lore and nature lore by 1 level, which isn't gonna do much right now, but then next level I would be able to increase mage spells some more. Or I could increase spellcraft once. No, I think for now I'm gonna go with these, leaving 2, yeah. And of course, most importantly, he now has 29 spell energy. How much was it before? Oh, she only has 15 actually, yeah, because... Wait, what? I didn't increase her intelligence. I'm dumb. I didn't increase her intelligence at all. Okay. That explains that. I definitely have to fix that. Wow, how am I... I didn't even think of that. I thought, yeah, some endurance and... Oh, and she's gonna be an archer, so dexterity. And that's... Yep. I should have... I mean, yeah, of course, in hindsight, I should have increased it to at least 4. So that's definitely something I'm gonna have to fix down the road. And that's unfortunately pretty costly, but, I mean, you know, it's fine, I guess. So far. Oh, thanks for switching targets. But yeah, those heavy hits from our berserker lady definitely help. Okay, good. That thing was rough. And she leveled up. 5 points. We can't really do much with. Wow. Our primary skills are going to be so expensive to increase. We can definitely get quick action. And maybe some more first aid. Because so far that's been really disappointing. Yeah, really disappointing. Okay. 5 health, 2 energy. That's better than last time. Of course, we also dealt with tougher enemies. Return life. Well, we might find ourselves needing that sooner than we might like, but there, you can have that for the time being. Fiery wand. I did say that I was going to give consumable mage spells to our priest. Okay. You use a wheel to open the gate, then you wedge a rock in the mechanism to prevent anyone from locking you in again. Alright. Hey, some more shoes. Yeah, also, what actually happened? Did I manually switch him back to his melee weapon? I guess I must have, because the game clearly said that I switched to ranged before having me run up to the goblin after all. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure what happened there. It's fine though. We'll take that. Studded belt. Actually, you can have that. Blessed bauble, armor, yep. Definitely start evening out things a little bit. You can have your energy potion. Actually, let's put that there. Bronze short sword can be sold. Get some food. Huh? There, might as well make use of those resources that the game provides. Gloves. It's 2 armor. Yeah. You squeeze your way down the goblin tunnel, feeling very vulnerable and claustrophobic. Fortunately, no ambush awaits you at the far end. There is only an entry into another set of tunnels, sealed off by a massive iron portcullis. It can't be opened from this end. To avenge yourself on Trinket and his goblin horde, you'll have to find a different route to the other side. Well, that's kind of unfortunate that, you know, there's a gate here and an opening mechanism on their side of it, so they can enter whenever the heck they want. I feel like we should try to do something about that. To try to prevent that. Like jam the gate on our side so they can't open it. Well, let's see if we... hello, Nickel. Okay, so you're doing fine. That's... I was worrying about that. Also, how the heck did you go up here and not deal with the one rat that's here? What did you even do? Ah, officers. Huh? Can't go through... Oh, that's a cliff. Did not see that. Huh, there is something above, though. How would we even get there if we wanted to? No, seriously, how would we? If there's an item up there, clearly there has to be some sort of way. Oh, there's a button. Oh, of course. Nice, nice, nice. Some more crystals and... Ooh, some actual armor. Look at that. You know what? You can have that. You have these bulky bracers and... yeah. Okay, awesome. First secret found. We don't even want to go there. So, Sergeant. You return to Sergeant Nickel, who's pacing nervously. Yes. There were goblins back there. One of them called itself Lord Trinket. I killed most of them. Yes. You described the battle to Sergeant Nickel. He isn't surprised. I had my suspicions. I'm surprised we kept those vermin out as long as we did. He thinks about what to do next. He soon comes to a conclusion. He doesn't like it. I don't like this, but we have no choice. He looks at you sadly. I tried. I did. I'm sorry. What? What happens now? Go upstairs. Talk to Lieutenant Catlin. Tell her what is happening. She will select someone to help with the problem. I hope... I'm sorry. Well, she's clearly gonna select someone with more than 1 year of experience. Someone who actually stands a chance to, you know, solve the problem and not just die within 5 minutes. So we're perfectly safe. Alright, I might finally get some action. What's wrong? Why do you keep apologizing? Come on. Let's pretend we're stupid. I try to make a secure place down here, safe from... I've seen what can happen out there, how ugly things can get. I'm sorry, getting sentimental in my old age. The lieutenant needs to know what is happening. Go talk to her. He turns away. It's fine, man. We're gonna be okay. Alright. So... I could increase your pole weapons to 5, which would... Oh, yeah, which would unlock the... well-aimed blow, or whatever it's called. Probably a good thing to have that I completely forgot to use with her. But, yeah, that's not too surprising. Yeah, I think that makes sense. 5 seems like an appropriate level to have. Okay, yeah, well-aimed blow, there it is. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference, but it's certainly a tool that I have access to, and that doesn't cost me anything. So, yeah, also... She happens to have exactly 6 skill points, so definitely start fixing that energy blunder, that intelligence blunder. So that should give us... Oh, that already reflected the change, so we're up to 20 spell energy. I mean, it's better than 15, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, you're at 29. Your heal costs 2. Okay, so I mean, that's very cheap. Thankfully. Yeah, I definitely can't really afford to use much in terms of buffs, but, you know, eventually things are going to be a little bit less tight. You wait for Lieutenant Catlin to dismiss another petitioner, then she turns to you. Yes, anything else? Well, I need to report to you about the goblins downstairs. This gets Catlin's full attention. She turns away from the supplicants and listens as you describe to her what happened downstairs. She looks worried, then furious. Thank you for reporting this to me. The situation is growing urgent. Now I must send someone to deal with it. We have known for some time about the colony of goblins to the south, led by this trinket, but until now they had never caused real trouble. Now they must be dealt with. Nickel says that you're capable. Let's test this. I mean, capable when it comes to sitting downstairs guarding some half-empty crates, but... capable as in going out into the field, attacking a goblin camp? Even if it's a relatively small one? I don't know. We're probably gonna die. But, you know, if it happens, it happens. I will instruct the soldiers to let you out of the keep. Go south. The goblins reside in an abandoned mine. Find Trinket. Kill him. Do this for me, and you may have a promising career ahead of you. Alright, tell me more about Trinket. Please. The dirty little beast calls itself Lord Trinket, yes, we know that. But it will not flatter. I will not flatter such a pest. We know his name because he actually sent a goblin to demand tribute from us. That envoy's skull sits outside our gate. Does it really? I'm gonna take a look. Apparently the creature has somehow obtained some magical items. That makes it more dangerous than usual, but it is still a goblin. You should be able to deal with it. Okay. Trinket is in an abandoned mine? Yes, a promising crystal mine to the south. Then half of the miners won the right to return to the surface in the lottery. The rest dispersed, leaving their remaining prizes behind. Now it is simply a gathering place for vermin. But also filled with at least some moderate treasure, I hear. So I have to kill him? Of course. Maybe in a gentler time we can try to forge peace with goblin kind. This is not such an age. We need to protect our remaining food supplies. Can I have some supplies? Speaking of which, that seems reasonable. There is a box of equipment in the barracks. I will have it unlocked for you. Oh, nice. Also be sure to collect some rations before you depart, within reason. Remember, every bite you can take comes out of someone else's mouth. Right. Can I get any assistance? She thinks. I think I heard reports of a bounty hunter collecting goblin ears down there. The name was Vanderin. Travel along the road and watch for him. He might help out. For his own reasons, of course. Okay. I mean, I don't know that I need help, but that could be an interesting encounter at least. Well, that's all for now. Thanks. Gates are indeed now open. But, more importantly, what is that box? This one? Well, we are free to take this, and there is finally a spear. So, there we go. You can have that extra shield. Thank you very much. We are going to keep this, though. Gauntlets? I mean, that's... Oh, they're actually slightly better. You know what? Why don't you take these for 1% less armor, but without the bulk? Curing potion, sure, why not? Ice bolt, you can have that. Right, this is still not ours. Unfortunate. Are you any friendlier now? Nah, screw you then. Alright, we could return to Nickel, but I mean, I doubt there's really gonna be any new dialogue. Hey there. Not long ago, some magical technicians came from the castle to create this stone pylon. You asked Sergeant Kanan what it was for. He told you to shut up and stay away from it. Being near it makes your hair stand on end. Well, for those of us who have hair. You feel a powerful compulsion to walk up and touch it. Okay, let's do that. A shock of energy runs up your arm. A flickering orb of power appears on the top, slowly rotating. Alright. I mean, if this is anything like the past games, then don't know what to do with it. Perhaps someone will teach you something. Okay, so we have to officially learn how to use these first. And, of course, we need to be attuned to more than one before we can use these to travel. But I hope that just by touching this one, even without having properly learned about it, it will already have been added to the list. Dominica. There's a caravan master in the courtyard, hovering protectively near her two wagons. They are loaded with sacks of dried mushroom meal, due to be delivered to somewhere in the Great Cave. When she sees you, she gives you a little bow. Greetings, soldier. I am Dominica. I do not need any aid. I am only waiting for my escort, and then my little caravan will depart. Where are you going? I am on the Darmon run. I carry food there when it is needed, and I bring back the surplus when they have it, or when they manage to grow something. It is a simple run, only a day's journey, and usually not threatening. Where is Darmon? About a day's travel to the west, and the roads are decent. It is one of the few cities in Avernum that is still mostly at full strength. The rest of them are slowly emptying out, going back to the surface, you know. Yeah, I've heard. What do you need to do before you go? Wait for my guards to finish their drinks, and then fetch the lizards. Hitch them to the wagons and bandage all the wounds we got hitching them up. She laughs bitterly. Do you meet many monsters along the way? A few, though they tend to have the good sense to stay away from the road. The Great Cave is nowhere near as safe as it used to be. When so many soldiers went northeast to fight the Sliths, well, she shakes her head. Okay. Will you have an escort? Of course. I mean, she literally told us. Food caravans always have escorts. The way things are out here, it's necessary, and getting more so every day. Is there a real risk of attack? She looks at the wagons. Those bags of meal are worth a fair amount of money, which draws brigands, and some people feel entitled to more than their fair rations, and some of those people are armed. I haven't been attacked yet, but some have. How bad are things out there? Not so bad. King Starus has done well with the rationing. Everyone is uncomfortable, but nobody is starving. It will be closed, but I think we will send enough people through the portal to prevent any great suffering among those who remain. Can you tell me about the Great Cave? The largest cave in Avernum. There are still two major cities left, Darmon to the west and Almaria to the east, and of course the castle just to the north. It is still the safest place to be in all of Avernum, though not by as wide a margin as it used to be. Okay, thanks for the little bit of lore. Hello, Orvis. You stopped by to see Orvis. In happier times, she was a traveling tinker. Now that the Great Cave has become so dangerous, she spends most of her time here, trading and bantering with the soldiers and petitioners. When you get close, she waves you over. Ah, yes, Orvis has good new things for you. You go out, yes? On mission, yes? Good armor is different. Is difference between life and... She shakes her head. The other thing. You can buy supplies from merchants, right? You can also sell equipment you have no use for. That is exactly what I'm planning to do. Let me see what you have. I would like to sell. How's business? It's good. Much bartering. Many good deals. Many in Avernum willing to trade useless trinkets for food and weapons. Are hard times, and Orvis helps them through. Where do you get the food? Trade for it from those with enough. Those who catch fish and hunt lizards. Only crops fail. It's still meat. Right. Although I guess ultimately those animals that are being hunted for meat also need to, you know, eat something. And ultimately that something lives off of, well, mushrooms, I guess, which are dying. So, yeah, things aren't gonna work out that way forever. So you take the possessions of desperate people and give them food in return. And weapons. Do not make it sound like Orvis is cruel. I take from them things they don't need and give them things they need. They are thankful. They are thankful Orvis is there. Much worse if Orvis is not. Yeah. True enough. I mean, I'm going to assume that she doesn't rip them off entirely. And, you know, so long as prices are reasonable, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going out on a mission. Can you help me? Of course. Orvis always gives discounts to brave warrior of Avernum, and they let Orvis stay here. Orvis but wants to help. Actually, could you give me something? A potion or a weapon, perhaps? Like, give me for free? Orvis does something she doesn't do often. She blinks. Orvis gives good price to you. Do not ask for more. Orvis must live too. And wise lieutenant approves. Right. Do you know anything about the savage, this Erikai? She lets out an angry hiss. Do not ask me of them. Murderers, seizing the cities, killing good soldiers, trying to take all Eastern Gallery. They are horrors. I hope Avernum destroys them all. If not, when they come here, they kill me as sure as you. Right. Well, I would like to sell something first. There, and... Oh, right, you marked for selling first. Yes, all of those. And all of those. And this and that. And that, apparently. Okay. Do I see somewhere? I guess not. Okay. No, I don't know if it displays somewhere the total value, but that's fine. Let me see what you have. Okay, another chainmail vest that I could buy. And honestly, that's a pretty decent defense boost that I could probably use. Cavewood bow. Don't see a comparison, no, of course not. Bronze spear, I think is what we picked up. Some pants, I guess? Which no one has yet? I mean, that just seems sensible, right? Maybe for the ladies. Gauntlets with 3 armor. No, we have better than that. Leather helmet. Which I think he doesn't have. I mean, these are super cheap, so I'm not too worried about paying a little bit for those. Pretty sure we don't have particularly good footwear right now. I could buy the 1 iron short sword. But, I mean, we're gonna find those basic weapons soon enough. Chainmail vest 2 as well. 2 as well. So, don't really need to pay money for those. I could invest in some extra potions. This being hard difficulty after all, and, you know, things have definitely been a little bit dicey, especially, or partially due to, you know, me forgetting to give my healer any mana, actually, so yeah, that could be a problem. So maybe I should buy those energy potions. Actually, yeah, you know what, let's do that. If I'm investing in anything, that would make sense to me. Some cloaks? Cloaks are cool, I like cloaks. Also, he needs one to actually match his graphic there, so there's that. Okay, I think that should be fine. That's a lot of stuff. Some pants. Let's see, sandals. You are wearing sandals. Let's assume they're can't fit a Slith's feet. Right, and you still don't have any armor at all. But that's fine. Yeah, I mean, you also are the only one without any disadvantages. So, yeah, I think that's fine. Right, and with that, I believe these people can't be talked to. I mean, they could be talked to, but they aren't going to have anything to say. So we're about to leave here. At last you emerge into the Great Cave, the largest gallery in all of Avernum. It stretches many miles from east to west. The Great Cave contains all of Avernum's greatest cities, including Darmon and Almaria. All of them, all 2 of them. The reassuring bulk of the castle looms not far to the north. But the luxury and sophistication of Avernum's cities is denied to you. For now, you need to go south to the mines and the ruins of the goblins. The goblins. A shallow pair of ruts left by wagons and sledges extends to the south. You feel a mix of vertigo and excitement. Nobody is shouting orders at you. You have to figure out how to proceed on your own. Follow that road, and your new life of adventuring will begin. If a quest requires you to travel a long distance, your destination will often be marked on the world map. Right, thanks. Oh, there's also a job board. You know what? Why don't we take a look at that? Oh, also, I completely forgot that this is actually a continuous world. I was totally expecting to just go into world map mode, but this is not. That's not how this game works. Right. Okay. I need to get used to that. That's actually kind of exciting. All right. Okay. So then next time, I'm still gonna try to probably explore, you know, map by map for the most part, just so I don't miss anything. But yeah, we're gonna start doing that and start by taking a look at the job board next time. For the time being, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.